Well, Emfuleni municipality workers are now caught in the crossfire. It's the battle between their employer and Eskom. They haven't been paid their salaries for December as the municipality's accounts were attached. Eskom obtained a judgment against it. It owes the power utility 5.3 billion rand. The union, some were, of course, very upset, saying it was told that employees would be paid today. eNCA reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones joins us with more details on the story. Pule, hello to you. And I don't imagine, unfortunately, sadly, this time of year that money has been paid over, to my understanding.
Yeah, definitely, and this certainly means that workers may have a very dark Christmas, and this is after we have established that Eskom said that it would be expecting a payment of about, I think, just over 360 million rand before it can release the accounts of the Emfuleni municipality. Of course, we know that this is one troubled municipality which has been owing Eskom for quite some time. In fact, you'd remember just a few days ago, some of the assets were being attached as well. This in an attempt to try to recover some of the debt that they owe Eskom. But at the very same time, like I said, unfortunately, workers here are bearing the brunt of the situation, and hundreds of them have actually come here in their numbers today to try and express their grievances and their demands and try to see if there can be amicable solutions to try and resolve this issue. But at the very same time, we also understand that the executives here at the municipality are currently locked in a meeting to try and urgently resolve this matter. Gareth, you know what SAMU is capable of doing. Remember, just in Johannesburg and Pretoria, when they were representing workers from Johannesburg and Pretoria, they went on to block the N3 highway. And the mayor of Johannesburg, Mpopalate, came in and then decided to speak to them. But I'm joined now by the Provincial Secretary, Mpho, who is representing SAMU as well and the workers. Mpho, thank you very much for joining us. Now, this is something which is quite terrible. In fact, 2 days before Christmas, and workers have to be dealing with this.
Yeah, no, thanks, man. As SAMU, especially from the provincial office, we have descended into this particular municipality today to come and ensure that, indeed, workers are paid their salaries. What we have been informed by our members here is that sometime last week, the municipality released a correspondence that indicates, coming from the council, for example, that indicates that they were supposed to be paid their December salaries on the 20th of December. But as workers were waiting for those particular salaries, it's unfortunate that that did not happen. But instead, the municipality then released another circular that indicates that workers will then be paid their salaries on the 23rd of December, that is today. But as we speak now, these particular workers who have gathered here have not been paid their salaries. Now we have tried to engage the municipality to understand the reasons why these particular workers are not paid their salaries, and we are informed that indeed Eskom has attached the bank account of the municipality due to non-payment of the service rendered by Eskom. But remember that we as workers should not bear the brunt of a failed relationship between Eskom and the municipality. You see, if there are challenges between the municipality and Eskom, remember that Eskom is a state-owned company, and all of this particular, both the municipality and Eskom are state-owned, for example. You have an IGR process which is supposed to kick in and ensure that all these particular matters are being addressed. But we have engaged the office of the Premier, and the Premier has been of assistance to try to mediate between Eskom and Eskom and the municipality. As we speak now, we are informed that there are quite a number of developments. The executive, together with Eskom and everybody else, they are now finalizing something they are now in a meeting, finalizing some processes in the council chamber, and from there they will then have to come and address this particular worker as to when or at what time are they going to be paid. The only thing that we want to hear is when these particular workers will then be paid. Remember that these workers have delivered services for the entire month, and in terms of our agreements with the municipality, through the main collective agreement, is that once you have rendered a service, you must then be paid for that particular service. As to anything other than that, that is not our business. Eskom must see to finish together with the municipality and ensure that these particular workers are paid. If it means lifting that particular order, releasing 10 or 15 million so that we can then pay these particular workers, so be it. so that these particular workers can then go and enjoy their Christmas. As it appears now, all of us are anticipating a Black Christmas because salaries have not been paid.
And is it positive? Does it look positive now that you say there's a meeting that's going on? Does it look like workers could be getting their money at least latest by tomorrow morning?
You see, the only thing that we here for is to get an explanation or indication as to when are these particular workers going to be paid. Whether they will be paid at 1 or at 2 or at 3, but the leadership of the municipality must then come here and clarify that to these particular workers. Any other thing will not be acceptable to us as some. Remember that we have a responsibility as an organization to ensure that we defend and fight for these particular members of ours. So that is why we are here, to ensure that indeed that is realized.
Is this the first time you've encountered this? I mean, Emfuleni is troubled by what some have called political squabbling as well, which is now spilling over to, affecting workers, affecting residents. Is this the first time you've encountered such a problem here?
Yeah, you would have realized, man, that a number of municipalities now of late have shown these signs of being financially unstable and all those things. But that is not because these municipalities are not collecting revenue. It's because of, amongst other things, the corruption levels that are happening in these particular municipalities. Once we have collected money, that particular money is not utilized for the correct purposes. So that is actually what is creating problems here. For example, you also outsource services that are not supposed to be outsourced. You have employed people to provide a particular service, but on top of that, you duplicate that by simply outsourcing that particular service. So post this particular situation here, we have a responsibility to engage the municipality and ensure that we deal with these other leakages that we have realized in this particular municipality.
Lastly, what's the way forward from here onwards?
Yeah, we're just waiting for the leadership now. Some of our comrades are inside. They're going to speak to the leadership to come and address these particular workers. And from there, we'll then be able to take it from there. But it must be very clear that these particular workers must then be paid today.
Thank you very much. That's, of course, Mpho Tladinyane, Provincial Secretary of SAMU, Gareth.